Let us multiply a vector by a scalar. A scalar means just a number. So let's look at this vector here. We have this vector going this way. Nice. Now let me just dress it up a bit. I'll keep the color and increase the thickness. So this is vector AB. Suppose now I say I want vector AB to be multiplied by 2. Right? Vector AB is to be multiplied by 2. So I have 2AB. I have 2AB. What would I get? Let's see exactly what we would get. First of all, remember the vector is acting from A to B like that. Suppose I select vector AB and I copy vector AB, then paste. This is what you would get. A vector is another vector acting in the same direction and having the same magnitude. All right? So that's vector AB. So therefore, all of this, let me get that a bit straighter than it is. Try to get it to look a bit more straight. This, still not very straight, but you get the idea. This is one long vector, twice as long as our original vector. All right? So that's vector AB. Now, let's look at this. Suppose I erase all of this, right? And let me select vector AB. Well, vector A1, B1. And in that case, it was the second vector that I had. And let's multiply vector AB by 1. AB multiplied by 1. That's 1AB. What would I get? Remember, this is vector AB. If I multiply vector AB by 1, then what I would get is this. I had copied it already. Let me paste it. Edit, paste. This is what I get. All right? It's the same vector, same magnitude, same direction. So it's 1AB. So you know, when your number is multiplied by 1, you get back the same number. So when a vector is multiplied by 1, you get the same vector. All right? Now let's do something a little bit different from that. Let me erase this, and suppose instead of 1AB, we get negative 1AB. We get negative 1 times AB. Well, negative 1 times AB is the same thing as just saying negative AB. What would we get? Let's see. Let me paste this vector right here. And then put the arrows on it like this. We actually get the inverse of AB. So the inverse vector of AB is what we get. Same magnitude but opposite direction. So the inverse vector, another name that we could give to it is the negative vector. So it's a negative of the original vector. Alright? Now, suppose we do this. Let me erase this vector. I have the 2 points here remaining. Let me erase them. And erase these things that I wrote here. Suppose now, what I want is negative 3AB. What would I get? Let's see what will happen. Now, this was AB. Negative 1AB would look like this, but it is negative 3AB that I want. So, what I do is paste again. But this is negative 2AB. It is twice as long as AB in the opposite direction. So what I need to do is do that again. Now, all of this from here to here is 3 times longer than this. But guess what? It's in the opposite direction. Let me remove these arrows and place the arrows somewhere in the middle. Here. So, if this here is vector AB, then this is negative 3AB. Right? So, going all the way here, negative 3AB. So, that's what happened. You multiply a vector by a scalar. If you multiply the vector by 2, you get a vector in the same direction but twice the magnitude. Multiply by 3, you get a vector in the same direction but 3 times the magnitude. Multiply by negative 2, you get twice the magnitude and in the opposite direction. By negative 3, you get 3 times the magnitude but in the opposite direction. So the negative reverses the direction of the vector, while the number tells you how many times longer or how many times the magnitude of the new vector is. Of course, if you multiply it by half, you will get another vector half the magnitude. If you multiply it by 5, you'll get another vector 5 times the magnitude. Same direction if it's a positive that you multiply it by, and the opposite direction if it is a negative number that you multiply it by. Alright, so that's the idea of multiplying a vector by a scalar.